I think I just built the perfect soundbar. Well, at least for me it is. Most of us dream about a nice, clean desk setup like this from David Zhang. I mean, doesn't it look fantastic? Besides its minimalistic beauty, it's also very ergonomic, clean, and you don't have cables lying around. Who wouldn't love to work on a table like this? Me too, but my reality was different. On my desk, next to my computer monitor, mouse and keyboard, I have 2 speakers and a cable remote, a USB 3 docking station, HDMI-hub, a USB switch, and an external hard drive. And of course, every single piece needs a wire.
For me, a clean desk setup means removing as many wires as possible.
Thank you, David, and I agree, but let's face another issue first. This is how your monitor should be positioned to be perfectly ergonomic. And that's what the position of my monitor was like, because the stand of my monitor can't be adjusted in height. So my solution for both problems was to build a box that has room inside for all my accessories and brings the monitor up in the perfect position, which will be a lot better for my back and hopefully solves the spaghetti cable issue on my table forever. But enough talking, let's get started. And by the way, welcome to Jonas' house. I used 12mm plywood to build the box and used a hole saw to cut out the holes for the speakers. To avoid vibrations, I mounted 4 hi-fi feet to the base plate. All tools and items that I'm working with in this video I will link down in the description box. I pulled the speakers out of the housings, cleaned them and screwed them into the final position. Next I took apart the cable remote. For the front I used 2mm acrylic glass. Then it was time to take apart the docking station and find the right place for it. Then I took apart the HDMI switch and installed it. Here I make the holes for 2 USB ports and a headphone jack. Since I don't have a router, I used my jigsaw to cut off the edges and then sanded them until I was happy with the result. This actually worked a lot better than I expected. I made a decision where I wanted my USB switch to be, then glued it to a steel angle, and then used the ends of 2 old biros as an extension for the buttons so they can stick through the plexiglass. After everything was in place, it was time to prepare for painting. Last step, labeling. Overall, I'm really happy how this project turned out. I now have a soundbar that is also a docking station, a USB switch and an HDMI hub. The benefit of this setup is that you have no cables lying around except for one USB cable, and with the press of 2 buttons you can take over the big monitor, the keyboard and the mouse, and you also have a fantastic soundbar. It really sounds great. The big subwoofer below the table in combination with the 2 speakers sounds better than most of the soundbars I've listened to so far. If you have any ideas for good upgrades, don't hesitate to write a comment. Thanks for watching, and of course don't forget to like and subscribe.